What's going on YouTube? It's your boy ATruckerNamedJay, checking in. And I really had no intention on doing a video today. Kind of been chilling today, relaxing, you know what I'm talking about. And I was reading through my comments and I seen a comment by a gentleman. I can't remember exactly what his name was. And I also been reading through some of my DMs. I need to call Mob back. Mob, I'm gonna call you back. I ain't forgot about you. But I wanted to make this video. You know, I probably could have made if I was still really heavily into YouTube, um, like I once was. I probably would have made this like 3 different videos, or at least, or I would have might have did like a long ass live feed. But I'm gonna really try to just turn this into like maybe a quick 10-15 minute video and address two topics um, that I've been, seeing in my DMs and my comments. First one I'm gonna talk about, Buddy was speaking. He was saying, he wasn't trying to diss or nothing. He was just saying with the situation with my driver that quit on me and abandoned my truck, that story was what my dispatcher had told me, right? And so I only have what my dispatcher said to go off of. And so, what he was trying to insinuate, I'm assuming, is that potentially the dispatcher is either making the story up, or the dispatcher could be lying to me, or, doing what dispatchers do, rewording or whatever. And whatever the case, I just, my thing to him is, and this is the first subject that I want to speak on, and I know this is going to may not be received well, because this is one of those, in trucking we kind of have these debates that are kind of like the top debates, local versus OTR, old trucks versus new trucks, leasing versus authority. It goes down the list or whatever. And one of those conversations are dispatcher versus self-dispatch, or no dispatcher. You know what I mean? And so what I would say in regards to that is I trust my dispatcher. And I know to some people that may sound ridiculous. I know some people are anti-dispatcher, blah, 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 and this is kind of going to flow into the next subject, because people always want to talk about what they would never do, or, you shouldn't do this. But sometimes us saying those type of things hurt us in the long run. And I'll get to that in the next subject. But coming back to this subject, in regards, I trust my dispatcher. I honestly believe that, and I'm not even, saying on a personal level, as far as a business relationship, because we both have the same objective. And that's why I like the way the dispatching is done at VL so much, because the dispatchers are paid a percentage of what the drivers make. Not the drivers make, the trucks makes. The trucks. Let me not misspeak. Dispatchers at VL make a percentage of what the truck makes. So they have an incentive to make the truck as much money as possible. So just off of that alone, even if I hadn't already been working with this guy for over a year, when I say working, I mean driving for him and him working all 3 of my trucks that I have here at VL. And the fact that he's giving me advice in regards to being a fleet owner, because he was once a fleet owner himself. And the reason that he's not a fleet owner anymore is because one of his truck's engine blew up and he just didn't want to spend the $40K. So he has firsthand experience doing exactly what I'm doing, which has kind of been like my secret weapon this whole time that I just really ain't told nobody about. But yeah, and that's what be so funny to me, back, in the day, when maybe other people would want to take credit for certain things that, I seem to have learned or caught on to, when the whole time there's none of y'all that really, some people here and there that I've named over time, but it wasn't the people that y'all thought it was. You know what I mean? It was him. Firsthand. I was getting firsthand experience from him on dealing with this, that, this, that, this. You know what I mean? So anyways, I trust this dude. You know what I mean? And I trust that he's going to make me more money than I would even if I was dispatching my own trucks. Because I don't know how to dispatch. And I know I can learn, and, it's not a hard thing to do. But, to reply to that comment, when you have a driver who has the history that driver that quit on me had in just not even 90 days of working with me, there's, there was no way I was going to take his side anyways. You understand? When you talk about poor performance as far as the management of your clock, when you talk about the poor performance of delivering loads on time, you know what I mean? When you talk about, just a lot of, D and F grades on your checklist of how you want your driver to perform on a day-to-day basis. The writing was on the wall. This was the same guy that wanted to quit on me a month and a half ago that I told you guys about. Like he was thinking about quitting then, and I guess I don't know what happened. Maybe the gig he thought he was gonna get didn't come through or whatever, and he stayed. And I just let him stay. Hey, okay, cool, whatever. I just wanted the truck to move. So, but anyways, that's the first thing that I kind of wanted to speak on. And it's not me coming aggressively and nothing like that. It's just I'm just speaking on it. You know what I mean? I am still a YouTuber, I guess. So I'm just gonna try to find different things to speak on that I can be productive about and not have to, because again, the perception of me is, or was, or whatever, who knows, who cares, that, I can't do this type of content. I can't be educational, informational. I can't be a positive channel. I can't do this. I have to incorporate some drama or some bullshit in my content to stay relevant. And so there is a part of me that do want to start doing YouTube more to prove that point. Now I know I'll probably never see, a 5 or to say, 50 plus thousand subscribers. But, if I could knock on the door of maybe 10, 15, 20, to me, maybe that'll prove some of those false narratives wrong, whatever. But anyways, getting to the second subject, I've gotten like 2 or 3 questions in my inbox. And by the way, I think I'm going to do a live premiere of this. So if you're in the comments below and you're watching this, let me know, do you like this podcast style better than just regular videos? Or, it don't matter if it's just good content. I don't know. I'm just trying to figure some things out. But anyways, I've had 2 or 3 different people who have hit me up asking about drivers. Yo, Jay, how you find your drivers? How do you find a good driver? It's hard. Da, 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 da. And like I told one guy, welcome to the hardest part of the game. Finding a good quality driver is probably, bear with me, I'm walking somewhere right quick. It's probably going to be the hardest part of the whole shebang. And I know I've heard somebody say this on YouTube. I don't know if it was Lil Sean or whoever. Because again, I like to give credit where credit is due. Bear with me. Let me get a swig of this water. The haters gonna be mad at that. They're gonna look, he ain't on camera and he's still drinking water just to let us know he drank water. But hiring drivers is the hardest part, man. And I can't pinpoint the exact reason why, but I'm gonna tell you something, man. Like I said earlier, the same way people will tell you, oh, I'll never use a dispatcher. That same kind of energy is the same energy that people put into, I'll never be a company driver. Or, they'll use that same attitude or energy to downplay company drivers. And so, for example, you got a guy, he becomes a lease operator, or he goes and he buys a $20,000 cash truck, and he's making all this money, and now he got 2 trucks, 3 trucks, 4 trucks, you know what I mean? And he's growing, or whatever, and he's making all this money. He's making $200,000, $300,000 a year, whatever. And he starts speaking with the attitude of, oh, I could never see me being a company driver. No, I didn't came too far. That's peasantry. That's, like as if he's looking down on that position, forgetting that it's those people who have put you in the position where you are. That's why when you see these multi-million-dollar companies worldwide speak about how their employees are the most important part of their company, that just ain't them blowing. So, well, some of them blowing smoke because they got to play the game. But a lot of that is the fucking truth. I don't give a fuck what you selling, what your services are, whatever. If you are in any business where you're going to need a workforce, a man force to run your business, they are going to be the most important part. The CEO of Chick-fil-A or McDonald's or Burger King don't deal with customers on the day-to-day, but their lowest level employees do. You understand? So they are just as important as the CEO, as a mass, of course, not one singular. So what I'm saying is, you have to remember how important the employee is. So when you see all these owner operators and these lease operators speaking down or talking as if being a company driver is a bad thing, or as a whatever, and then you wonder why, as fleet owners, we can't find anybody who wants to be a company driver. Maybe that's the reason. And I remember me and Calvin, shout out to Calvin Leaks, we had a conversation, I want to say it was a month or 2 ago. No, it was probably like 2 months ago. Might have been 3 months ago. Right when I was hiring my first drivers, or the 2 other drivers. And I think I was talking to him about W-2, and then I spoke to him about, with the finding drivers, something to that effect. And he was saying, everybody wants to be an owner-operator. And so everybody, you look at everybody wants to be a chief. And when you got too many chiefs, not enough Indians, who gonna do the work? So when you look at this picture and you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's 5 trucks sitting that you looking for drivers for. And that one Indian struggling, that's your business struggling, because you can't keep no drivers in trucks. Because I don't give a fuck what the market doing. If your truck paid off cash, if you got a high lease payment, if you got a dispatcher, it don't, none of that shit matter if you can't keep them wheels turning. Period. So, that's all I'm saying, man. Don't knock the little man or the beginning drivers, or the drivers who just don't want all the headache that come with running a business, man. Some guys just want to get a check, man. Some guys just want to get a check. They want to get a big bag. They want to feel secure. They want to go out on the road for a couple of weeks, run up a bag, go home, take care of their wives, their kids, you know what I'm saying, and just live a good life. There's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? That's how my granddad lived for his whole life. He went to work. He did a damn good job at it. He made good money. He came home. He took care of his family, and he made a beautiful family off of that. So that's all some people want to do, man. You know what I mean? So we got to stop with this. Oh, ain't nothing wrong with being a boss, man. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it ain't what everybody hyping it up to be. Let me be the first, second, and third to tell you. Like, being a boss is cool, but this shit will mentally, like, fuck you up. You know what I mean? If you know what I'm saying? This shit will, like, I don't know if some people know that or not, but this shit, like, you can go to jail if you do this shit wrong. Y'all see me? I remember that shit happened to Ghost where that nigga almost went, went down by the feds. Don't pay your taxes. Bring on a driver that got some shit on him and put him on the truck and he get caught. Or, you know what I mean? Man, stop playing. Y'all acting like this shit is like, $7,000 every week, no problems, no breakdowns, no nothing. That's the problem VL having right now. I'm ranting right now, but whatever. That's the problem VL kind of having right now is cats is coming in, they leasing trucks, they making money, but the minute they have a flat tire or a breakdown that's more than $2,000, they scrambling. So it's just like everybody, like, man, if you want to make a lot of money, just get you a high-paying 1099 job, man. Like, for real. That's why I'm paying what I pay. Because I know exactly the type of people I'm trying to attract. I don't want nobody that's just, thinking about, like, no, bro. Like, I want somebody who know what this is. They want 75 cents a mile, cool. And gonna do the job. So, but to the ones that ask me about finding drivers, best thing I can tell you is offer a very competitive wage and keep them moving. But besides that, it's kind of like gambling, if I'm gonna be honest with you. That's why I say I thank God for the drivers I got. The one driver. Oh my God, I got something I'm gonna do for him here in the next month or so. So he gonna be taken care of. But they've been holding it down, man. Like, for real, they've been holding it down. So just be patient. Don't try to rush to find a driver. But at the same time, depending on how long your truck been sitting, sometimes you gotta take a chance and just hope they break you even. You know what I mean? So, but as always, let me know if y'all like this podcast style. I might do more like this, and that allow me to do more videos on the fly, versus trying to set up my camera and the laptop and all that in my bedroom or whatever. So, but as always, y'all know the vibes. Stay safe, stay positive, stay productive. God Family Trucking, and remember, time is money. Make sure you're spending it well.